All right, hello everybody. KVUE Chief Meteorologist Hunter Williams here with our nightly extended update on the forecast. Today has been another hot, mainly dry day. One of those things is about to change. It's still going to be hot over the next couple days, but rain chances on the increase a little bit. Not a full-blown pattern change, but we have a weak, basically like stalled frontal boundary to our northwest. It's going to slowly drift down towards us and then kind of stall. So Tuesday, Wednesday, hit or miss storms are back in the forecast. Still, it's going to be upper 90s, but at least a little bit of rain around. Oh, and then we'll also do an update on the tropics too. All right, let's get into things. This is a live view from our tower cam. You can see a little bit of a turbulent sky off in the background. Again, we had some showers and downpours that developed, especially at around the Cedar Creek area in Bastrop County. Just about all of those have now diminished. I think the rest of this evening is going to be primarily dry. All right, high temperature today was 101 for Mayberry and was 99 at the airport. Average is 99 for Mayberry. So we were above average in town today. Thankfully, not to that record, which was 108 from back in 2023. A very hot one of those recent summers. I think we all remember that one. Here are the high temperatures today area-wide. The airport again hit 99. San Marcos, you got a triple-digit day today. Taylor hit 97, Georgetown hit 99, 98 was the high today for Horseshoe Bay, 97 for Llano. For those keeping track, for the Austin area, this was day 11 of triple-digit heat so far for 2025. I keep forgetting to change. I'm going to just make this to date. To this point, last year there had been 18. So we started a couple weeks ago at a huge deficit. Obviously, we know July was very wet, very cool. June was hot, but did not have any triple-digit days. So we were way behind pace from last year. But we're still 7 days behind, but we're starting to close the gap a little bit. And again, we'll just kind of see how things go as we go through the middle part of August. While I don't have a lot of triple digits in the forecast, I have a lot of 98, 99s in the forecast. So inevitably, some of those days probably will overachieve and hit 100 as today did. All right, so here's the radar right now. Again, pretty quiet and trending even quieter. We'll be busier at this point tomorrow. But as you can see, there is this little downpour here over Bastrop County, and then the one that we meant to zoom in on here in the Lockhart area. That's kind of fizzling. Looks like another one here that's kind of right over I-35 between Kyle and San Marcos. Again, none of this is widespread or overly heavy. And if you get rain, you know, give it 10, 15 minutes. If that, it will probably move out. But tomorrow's going to be a little bit of a different deal. And there's two systems that give us this rain chance. Number one is this. This is, again, I'm calling it a stalled boundary. Obviously, it's going to move a little bit because it's going to go down closer to us. But you can see this is sparking some showers and storms, including some severe storms up in the Amarillo area. Then it's kind of hard to see now that the cloud cover is dissipating, but this dashed black line right there, that's what we call a trough. So basically just a weak little disturbance, Gulf moisture. So these two things coming together, and it's like a squeeze play. So that's going to give us our rain chances for tomorrow and for Wednesday. I think tomorrow probably a slightly higher coverage of rain and storms. For tonight, warm, muggy. Also, I think only goes down to like 77. Could be a little cooler for the less urban spots outside of town. A lot of mid-70s and some low 70s across the hill country. This is a closer look at the I-35 corridor and the Austin Metro. Wimberley 73, Dripping Springs 73, Georgetown 76 in the forecast for you. In the day planner tomorrow, all dry through the first part of the day. So I know we've got a lot of schools going back this week. Lato ISD, I believe, went back last week. So got some kids that'll be out at the bus stop. No issues in the morning. It's the ride home where we get some scattered showers and storms that bubble up. And again, because the rain is here, is it like chilly? No, but it will be cooler. I think mid to upper 90s mainly tomorrow. I think most areas should stay out of the triple digits. 97 Bastrop, Lockhart 98, Giddings 95, some low 90s for the cooler pockets in the hill country, and then across the I-35 corridor, Round Rock 96, Georgetown 95, Leander 96 is in the forecast for you. Okay, so here's Tuesday morning. Let's go through this rain chance. Again, all dry in the morning, but then as we go to the afternoon, you can see the wind starts to shift as that weak boundary works into our area. So pop-up showers and storms. This model might end up being a little bit overdone, but I think it has the right idea. I think we're going to have some showers and storms around. Now, I think most of this will be relatively short-lived, not as short-lived as today. But we just don't really have any like steering mechanism in the atmosphere. So I think storms will go up. You could get some quick heavy rain and then they kind of fall apart pretty quickly. I don't see a flood risk. If anything, because we're going to be in the high 90s for some spots tomorrow, some downburst winds would be a possibility, maybe some 40 to 50 mile per hour winds. So as we always tell you, when thunder roars, head indoors, just keep that in mind. Could have some stronger winds. Similar deal for Wednesday, so that boundary kind of washes out over our area. So as we go into Wednesday afternoon, it's going to be the exact same deal. Hit or miss showers and storms, late afternoon, early evening, and then weakening once the sun goes down. Okay, so now let's shift gears and we'll go into the tropics. Tropical storm Erin is officially on the board. If you are watching us in our extended forecasts, last week we were talking all about this potential system, and here it is. This is Erin tonight. In fact, it's a little compact system, but it's flaring up a little bit right now. So this storm, it's expected to kind of slowly intensify over the next little while, still as a increasing tropical storm. And then the latest forecast from the Hurricane Center with the 4 p.m. numbers brings this up to a Category 1 hurricane by early Thursday. So this would be our first hurricane of the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season. And then it doesn't stop at a 1, goes up to a 2 by Friday and a 3 by Saturday. So that'd be a major hurricane with winds of 115 miles per hour. But the good news is this track keeps it north of the Leeward Islands and north of Puerto Rico. And likewise, does not really look like this is going to be a big factor for the United States. And I'm going to show you the data. Pretty strong consensus right now that this recurves and is not an issue for us. But just to show you, there's obviously time for things to change. Grace put together this graphic today. I thought it really kind of tells the story here. So where the system is located now, this is still a zone that on average is like 10 to 12 days away from the United States if it were to make a landfall. So we're talking more than a week, 1 to 2 weeks away from if this were to impact the United States, those impacts being felt. All of that to say, while we don't really expect this to be an issue for the United States right now, and again, pretty strong consensus, I just want to show you, it's easy to see these things on the map sometime and be like, oh, it'll be here in a couple days. It's not a couple days. This is more than a week out, just to show you things could change, right? We'll have to see how the system evolves. But as I talk about the strong consensus, these are the spaghetti models. You can see these are pretty tightly clustered, showing not a big threat for the Windward Islands, showing not a big threat for Puerto Rico. And then you can see it. So these go out 7 days. So at the end of that 7-day stretch, that strong turn up to the north, which would have this parallel but stay far off the east coast of the U.S., Bermuda, a place like that, will need to watch it. But as of now, increasing confidence that this should not be a big issue for the United States. Certainly, I don't see anything saying impacts in Texas right now. But still, Florida, Bahamas, we'll still keep an eye on it. Outer Banks, North Carolina, we'll keep an eye on it. But as of now, all indications that this is not going to be a direct impact for the United States. Some more model data I want to show you. So this is 7 days from now. The GFS American model and the European model both have this as a pretty formidable system. Again, the Hurricane Center brings this up to become a major hurricane, a Category 3 or higher. But you can see GFS model, it's got this thing starting that turn to the north where it hopefully avoid the Bahamas, and then the Euro model's even farther north, again, where this would be on track to avoid the United States. Again, 10 to 12 days out from when it would impact the U.S. if it does at all. So we'll keep you updated. Could it change? Sure, it could. But as of now, no indications that this needs to be something we're too worried about. All right, tonight, mostly clear, 77. Just that 10% chance for an evening shower or downpour. That's kind of winding down now. And then tomorrow, our rain chances trend a little bit higher as that front comes in, about a 30% chance for showers and storms. And with a little bit more cloud cover and some more rain around, it will be a little cooler, high temperature of 97 in the forecast. And I think we'll stay in the upper 90s for the next several days. 30% rain chance for your Tuesday and for your Wednesday. And then once those rain chances go away, the numbers jump up a little bit. And then I think we'll kind of gradually work back up to where we're grazing 100 or hitting 100 as we get into Monday. And again, as I showed you, none of these days are like 91 where, it's just, categorically not going to hit 100. So we're kind of within the margin for error where certainly a few of these days could jump up and we could add another triple-digit day. But generally, I think it's going to be upper 90s. All right, so that's all I have for you. We appreciate everybody tuning in for our nightly extended forecast. Here on KVUE Plus and YouTube Live, we'll leave you with this, another live view of a pretty beautiful sky looking out over downtown Austin. Obviously, big news day today here in Central Texas with the shooting that went on at the Target in North Central Austin. So the news team, they're continuing to work on that, and they'll have a full update for you coming up on KVUE News at 10, and I'll have another update on the forecast as well. Y'all have a good night.